Ever wondered why King Solomon, a man renowned for his unparalleled wisdom, would marry over 700 wives and keep 300 concubines? It's a question that has puzzled scholars and believers for centuries. Was it for love? For power? Or was there something deeper at play? Let's dive into the fascinating and complex world of King Solomon's court. First, we need to understand the context of the ancient world. Back then, marriage wasn't just about romance. For kings, it was a powerful tool of statecraft. Each marriage to a foreign princess was essentially a peace treaty, a political alliance sealed not with ink but with a wedding vow. Think of it like a massive, interconnected web of international relations. Solomon's father, King David, used political marriages to consolidate his kingdom, and Solomon took this strategy to a whole new level. His kingdom was situated at a crucial crossroads of trade between major empires like Egypt and Mesopotamia. Maintaining stability was essential for economic prosperity. By marrying the daughters of surrounding kings from the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittites, Solomon wasn't just expanding his family. He was building a network of allies. These marriages created a buffer zone of friendly states, ensuring peace and securing vital trade routes. Each wife from a different nation represented a pact, a promise of non-aggression. It was a brilliant, if unconventional, way to maintain regional dominance without constant warfare. His marriage to Pharaoh's daughter is a prime example. This union with Egypt, a major superpower of the time, was a significant political statement that elevated Israel's status on the world stage. So, if the 700 wives were for political alliances, what about the 300 concubines? This is where social structure and royal prestige come into play. Concubines were women who were part of the royal household, but didn't have the same status as wives. They were often acquired as spoils of war, as gifts, or from prominent families within Israel itself. Their presence in the harem served a different purpose. A large harem was a symbol of a king's immense wealth, power, and virility. It was a tangible display of his greatness. The more women in his court, the more powerful he appeared to both his own people and to visiting dignitaries. It was a status symbol, much like a grand palace or a vast treasury. The children of concubines, while not typically in line for the throne, could still be integrated into the military or administrative system, further strengthening the king's influence. Now, let's address the big question. Did Solomon love all these women? It's highly unlikely in the modern, romantic sense of the word. His relationships were largely transactional. The biblical text in 1 Kings 11 says that Solomon clung to these in love, but the original, Hebrew word can also imply loyalty or attachment, not necessarily romantic passion. He was attached to the alliances these women represented. However, the Bible is also clear that this is where Solomon's downfall began. The core issue wasn't the number of women itself, but the spiritual consequences. The laws given to Israel's kings in Deuteronomy specifically warned against multiplying wives, horses, and silver and gold. Why? Because these things could turn away his heart. Solomon was commanded not to marry foreign women because they would inevitably lead him to worship their foreign gods. And that's exactly what happened. To please his many foreign wives, Solomon built high places and altars for their gods, like Ashtoreth, Milcom, and Chemosh. He began to participate in their rituals. The very alliances meant to secure his kingdom politically ended up corrupting it spiritually. The wise king, who had once prayed for a discerning heart to govern his people, allowed his heart to be divided. He started his reign with a magnificent dedication of the temple to the one true God, but ended it by building temples to idols. This turn away from God was seen as the direct cause of the kingdom's subsequent division. The biblical narrative uses Solomon's story as a powerful cautionary tale. It shows that even the wisest person can be led astray when they disobey God's commands. The very thing he used to build his empire, these foreign alliances, became the source of its fracture. So, in summary, King Solomon's 700 wives were primarily instruments of foreign policy, creating a vast network of political alliances that ensured peace and prosperity. The 300 concubines were a display of his wealth and status, a symbol of his power as a great monarch. But ultimately, this vast harem led to his spiritual compromise. His story is a timeless lesson about the dangers of divided loyalty and the idea that true wisdom isn't just about knowledge or political savvy, but about faithfulness and obedience. It's a complex legacy of brilliant strategy and tragic failure, a reminder that human wisdom has its limits. What do you think? Was Solomon a brilliant diplomat or a man who lost his way? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.